Hi everyone, this is Gavin from Gavin's Gadgets. These are the Bose, what they call them, Soundsport Free Wireless. I'm going to do a quick review of these, and then I'm going to, at the end, do a comparison with a whole number of other leading wire-free wireless earphones, and give you a comparison and which one I think is the best out of the bunch. So that's from Sony, that's from Apple, that's from Optoma as well, Nuforce. So quite a few, and going to give you my verdict on the end. So let's go look inside the box, look at the Bose Connect app and its features. Okay, so these are the Soundsport Free Wireless from Bose. Not much to say on the box. Here it does say that you get 5 hours of sort of runtime per charge, and the case is a battery case and gives a further 2 more charges. So let's just quickly open this up and show you what's inside. So if we take a look inside, you have the micro USB, you have 2 different sizes for the stay here plus sound port buds that go on the end, plus the wing bits that sit inside. Inside here you have the warranty part as well. You also have this, I'm sure it's just some quick instructions. It also tells you to download the Bose Connect app. I'll briefly show you that as well, and that's about it. It's not very informative. What else have you got here? And safety instructions, so be careful when you use them. Right, let's look at the app itself. But I thought it might be worth actually showing you the headphones. So these have been fully charged. When you press it, it tells you how much the charge is briefly, and you also push down to open. I do like the design of this case. These fit in magnetic, so when you drop them in you can hear it's magnetic. Now this particular, the right side, is where only the calls occur on the right side, and if I show you, these sort of fit not right deep inside your ears, but sort of press into them, so you can hear outside noise. You got your volume up, your volume down, and they sort of make a very slight click, but it does work quite well. You press the play pause, take the call, and you've also got, that's the magnetic parts there, and you know, they do stick out quite a bit because they're not deep in your ear, but they are very comfortable and they do not fall out. And as soon as you take them out, it connects automatically to your device, and as soon as you put them in, it starts charging. As I said, it's quite a nice design. It's comfortable, I say, due to these sport tips that you have on the end. It's also water resistant at IPX4, and it has a volume optimized EQ, so it tries to create an even sort of boost of music as you're going through these actual listening to it. So you're going through the volume steps, so it doesn't always sound full volume or sort of low bass at all the different volumes. And there we go. So let's talk a bit more about these and also look at the app. Okay, so this is the actual app. The headphones are on, and you have various options here. You can actually, it tells me it's connected to the Galaxy S9, and it does say this product can only connect to one device at a time. To connect to a different device, you need to hold the button, press and hold the button on the left bud. So if you come across here, there's actually, I'll do that there, you can see there's actually a button on the left bud as well to switch between the different connections. It also has a volume and track, so you can play the tracks from here. It tells me the battery level of the actual device. On the menu here, you've got a Find My Bud, which is quite a useful function to have. You've got product help. If you look at this, it does show you, if I actually bring that a bit closer, it shows you it goes through sort of some really FAQs really. I've already told you they're IPX4 as well, so if you tap on that it will tell you, but they're not meant to be swim or go underwater or use them in the shower. It's not a permanent condition, IPX4 is just a temporary. And you've got other product help there as well. If you look at, that's pretty much it. And you can also do the firmware update with these as well. It's also got a timer when you're not using them. So the standby timer is when you're not using them, how often do they turn off. So they've got 20 minutes default. You've got voice prompts, and you can disconnect them as well. When you first get these headphones, there should be a firmware update. Mine did have that, so I definitely recommend you actually do the firmware update. Anyway, let's now talk more about these headphones. Okay, so you've seen what they can do. These are the which I've reviewed, and I'll leave the links below. The Optoma Nuforce, and these are in-ear, so they go right in the in-ear canals. That's one style. You also have Apple AirPods, and despite what you think, these work well on Android. And again, you've then got what we've been looking at, the Bose here. Now what I like about the Bose, and I'll go through the differences and then I'll pick a winner for you, is the fact that they are sort of very comfortable. They do stick out quite a bit, but I like the fact that they turn on and connect automatically because they're magnetic, and when they go in the case, the magnets hold them in. So that's actually a bonus. They've got a very full sound. It's fun. It's got a bit of bass to it. The treble's slightly muted, very, very slightly, but I don't think anyone would be unhappy with these. And with the optimized volume EQ, as you turn the volume up, it adjusts the EQ so it's balanced all the way through and providing a full sort of sound spectrum. One aspect I've seen is they disconnect and reconnect, and all the time I've had them, I've been using an awful lot through railway stations, travelling, walking, you name it. Not falling off, I've had two cutouts on the left ear, very, very momentarily, and both times just when I opened the Facebook app on my Samsung Galaxy S9 Plus, so you work that one out, how much resource Facebook uses. There you go. So, lag, latency. Yes, it has it. I've seen some reviews that absolutely knock it for six, saying it's terrible. I didn't have that. In fact, I'd say it was, on some it wasn't there. I'll say Netflix, it wasn't too bad at all, watched them no problem. A lot of YouTube videos, I was watching absolutely no problem at all. There was a couple where it was slightly out, but again, actually not enough to think, oh, I can't watch these. So I actually think it depends on how current your phone is and how good the processor. So obviously I've got the latest S9 Plus using this with. I've got the Exynos version, but it's got Bluetooth 5, and Samsung do a lot with the Bluetooth, so I do think probably iPhone will be the same. It will be pretty good. However, when you have these in, you can hear everything around you. So if you've got a noisy environment and you're travelling or commuting, you're going to have to pump the volume up, which is not good for your ears to hear it. Whereas these, the Optoma Nuforce, don't actually need to do that. These are designed to go into your ears, so they have very good noise isolation. You lose less volume, they've got more bass, better treble and mid-range as well. But they are a bit more fiddly because the controls are tiny little push buttons on the very edge of the actual earbuds themselves. But they're much more discreet because they go into your ears. And then you might say, well, how do they compare to Apple's AirPods? Well, Apple AirPods have the same open architecture in that you can hear everything around you. So for commuting, again, you might need more volume, which is not good for your ears in the long run. But they are very convenient, and they auto connect and disconnect. And again, this is a magnetic case where when you push them in, the magnets hold them in. And it's one of the smallest cases of them all. So it really depends. If you're doing a lot of commuting, I will say I would prefer to use my Optoma, even though they're more fiddly to turn on, because they don't auto connect. You have to press the left side, that connects, then you have to press the button on the right side, they then connect. Doesn't have latency issues either in the test, and I've tested on the multiple different devices. AirPods don't really have no latency that affects. So it really depends on these three. which one and what style you want. For commuting, I would still go with the Optoma Nuforce because I think they cut a lot of noise out. If you don't like complete noise cut out, I would go for these. These would be in my third place, but if you've got a lot of Apple gear, you like the convenience and the small size, you can't go wrong. So there isn't one that's best for everything. There are pros and cons for each, but you've got a good idea as to what might actually suit you. If you're not sure, ask me in the comments and I'll try and help you. Okay, anyway, this is Gavin from Gavin's Gadgets. Keep well, keep whatever. Have a good day. Catch you guys soon. Bye for now.